Live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day, committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, solar technologies, home remodeling, construction, so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, where our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and engage. Most importantly, we want to engage you in an effort to help you win in any marketplace, no matter what you're facing out there. We want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your recreation, your health wheel. And each spoke extending out represents another one of our preferred partners, over 80 show partners now with the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we all want to help you win. And that's the goal of our show, no matter what you're facing.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, pull out your smartphone, save our Consumer Advocate hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372 is our Consumer Advocate hotline.
Here's my number, so call me maybe.
813-670-7372. Give us a call or a text. We love to hear back from our listeners out there, our viewers of our TV show on WeBeam TV. And save our hotline number, and also our website is consumerqb.com. Blog site, a plethora of information there. You can see links to all of our expert contributors, the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region that we've assembled, we vetted, and we bring on the air to help you win with whatever you're facing out there. Had a nice week off last week, so I want to thank to the team for filling in, and Anthony did a great job on the show, and all the team for their support with that. And we're back here helping you win in any marketplace. Let's go around the horn now, make our introductions. In studio today, Kimberly Marie, Principal Architectural Interior Designer, Arc Luck. Welcome back in.
Thank you so much. I have so much fun here.
Awesome. Yeah, some good stuff happening. A lot of things happening in your space out there.
Yes, we are putting granite in those two condos soon, and we've got one that's just rocking right along that it'll be available almost immediately, I feel.
Nice.
At the rate of speed they're going, they're doing a really great job.
I love it. Yeah. So with Kimberly Marie, we're going to talk about how you can utilize her talents, her skills, a wide variety of knowledge base there to capitalize on to help with your redesign projects and ways that you can save money with that process. And so more from Kimberly, as well as Josh Hubbard is in the house. He's the market manager, Palmetto Solar. Welcome back in, sir.
Thank you, Brandon.
My pleasure.
Yep, it's always exciting to be on the show and sharing the new technologies and all that kind of stuff that's out there, and we love doing it.
Yeah, absolutely, man, and it shows. I know you're passionate about solar. You've been in the industry for a long time now.
Long time, since 2012.
Nice.
So yeah, we've been. Those were a little less defining years when it comes to solar in Florida. People just started to wake up to this probably about a couple years ago, which makes no sense. We're number 14. In the United States, and New Jersey's number 3, right behind Arizona and California. It makes we're a lot of unharvested energy.
That's right, absolutely. We gotta definitely embrace that. So we're going to talk about how some of our homeowners out there, maybe business owners, can utilize some of these emerging trends and technology to help you save money and be much more efficient, save Mother Earth here. And so we got an all-star lineup for you, as well as Paul Romero. He's the Director of Sales and Marketing with the Hotel Zamora, calling in. Our official hotel partner on St. Pete Beach is the Hotel Zamora in St. Pete Beach. It's the first new hotel built on St. Pete Beach in decades. Spanish ancestry meets cool Mediterranean attitude. Whitewashed Mediterranean palace with expansive luxury suites with balconies overlooking the intercoastal waterway. So give a shout out to Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora in St. Pete Beach, and make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback Brandon Rhymes sent you, and you're going to get a 10 to 20% discount off of your room stay just by mentioning the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we're back here in studio helping you win, and every week we start off with a little bit of an audible for you. So today we're talking about entrepreneurial thinking versus corporate thinking. So you think about these corporations, the big bureaucratic organizations out there that are there, and and generally speaking, all people want to achieve the highest amount of success and prosperity and riches that they can obtain. And 80% are millionaires, or 80% of the millionaires in the world are entrepreneurs. So, and they started and earned their money in their own lifetime. So we're going to break down how you get there in our 2-minute drill today. So when you think about entrepreneurial thinking versus corporate types are, you think about the manager or the employee, they view in many cases they're viewing customers with disinterest or disdain. They think of customers as people who complain a lot, and a lot of these corporate types are going to do the minimum necessary to avoid being fired. They use the terms when they're referring to their company as them, they, and their to describe their organization. They say about their job, they say a job is a job. They show up a little bit late. They take longer breaks. They, often leave early. And they say when they are at home, they don't think about their job. They kind of cut it off and they don't think about their job. Now, entrepreneurs, on the other hand, this is where you want to be. You want to be focused as an entrepreneur. You're thinking about the customers most of the time. You're thinking, how can I add more value to the customers? How can I anticipate my customers' needs? And how can I stay ahead of the trends and emerging trends? And you think about the leader of the organization as the chief sales officer. Think about sales most of the time. What else do you have in your business if you don't have sales? There's no other functions that are needed as far as human resources or operations. Sales is the front leading engine of the organization. They think of their organizations as I, we, and my, and they'll refer to it as a team, and they're going to grow their skills to add more value. They're going to invest in personal development, and they're going to help their company grow by utilizing entrepreneurial thinking. So there's your breakdown of corporate thinking versus entrepreneurial thinking. Which bucket do you lie in, and which organization are you focused on? So there's your 2-minute drill from the Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. Let's jump right into this great content as well. Coming up in the show, we've got our top 10 things you didn't know were invented by women. That's going to be interesting. And also, we've got an interesting story coming up as well. Find out how a Wisconsin bus driver is putting a smile on children's faces before they get to school in our Tell Me Something Good segment. All right, so all-star lineup coming up for you here. And let's go ahead and talk with Kimberly Marie Corey, Principal Architectural Interior Designer, Luxe. What's happening?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah?
I worked through the whole week last week.
Wow, it sounds like me. I was on vacation. I'm sitting there pecking away at my phone and making calls, getting things done, You
know what? It's not going to come to an end until probably about September, and then I can take a break. So,
slow down.
Yeah.
September, slow down?
Yeah, a little bit slow down. A little bit, just because we've got some big things coming up. But I'm going to be adding a volume side to my my business, and this is going to offer products that clients cannot get except through a contact or a dealer, and now they can just come straight to me and get it. So I'm pretty excited about it, and this is going to help your clients and other consumers. So I'm pretty excited. Once that debuts, then we'll learn more. But in the meantime, yeah, super busy working on these condos, making sure that they're perfect, and found the best products for the new homeowners that will be purchasing, and just going from there. But just wanting to reach out and just say, when you were talking about businesses and corporate versus, just having your own business,
right.
It is, you don't have a lot of time. You don't have downtime like what people think. And we do think of, our clients all the time.
That's right.
For every moment. And you could be riding down the street and just see, something that reminds you of, oh, wow, this could work for them. Or, oh, I remember I need to do this for them. And sometimes it's hard because you put sometimes those projects and those families before your own family. So you've got to learn how to pull back and make time for your own family. So
that's right. Work-life balance, correct?
Yeah. And it's not always in my life. There's not a lot of that. We'll get there.
Yeah, and it's getting systems and processes in place. That's one of it's something over my career that I've seen as one of my challenges is having systems and processes, procedures, manuals, getting those things in place. And it's the more you can automate your business, the better it's going to be, right?
Right. And I think that people think that owning a business might be easy. I don't think it's for everybody.
Right.
There's a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, and weekends don't exist, and they all roll into one. Sometimes holidays don't exist either. But I mean, when I think that the main part of why I stay in business is because at the end of the day, no matter how hard that job was, there's a smile on those people's face. You know that when you walk away, that's something that they're going to live with, and that's something that you have participated in, and you pull from that, and you pull the energy from that, and it's very inspiring, and it's, you know, it sticks with your heart.
And that's your why. That's your why, right?
That's my why. Yeah, I think so.
It starts with the why, you know, and that's the reason why, you know, I love to do the real estate side, you know, the business. I love the radio show, helping consumers. Josh, you know, I'm sure with solar, your why behind it is helping people understand how to harness the power of the sun. Oh
yeah, absolutely. And when we talk about entrepreneurial mindset, I mean, I've owned my own business all my life, and so this is a recruitment that Palmetto came around, and their culture. We talked about culture the last time I was on the show. Right. They look for entrepreneurs. So when they're in their hiring process, they want someone who can get out, put the plow down, and make something happen versus wait for something to happen.
We never give up.
No, you have to be relentless. And you know, Palmetto's whole culture inside the business is this is our company. Yeah. So all of us dig real deep and take it to the next level every single day. Because you can't sleep. And you know, the people that sleep, you know, they wake up.
We want to be them.
You know, oh, what happened? You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a mindset that's absolutely, you know, like you said, 80% of the world's millionaires are entrepreneurs. I mean, there's a reason behind that.
I was looking at Forbes the other day, and I was looking at all the billionaires, and I was pretty impressed with the list. And Bill Gates being number one, and
wait on Bill Gates. See, if Bill Gates is a lot of people say if you break up the Walton family, like if you were to put it all into the old man's name, Mr.
Sam,
Walton,
right?
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, exactly. Sam Walton. So Bill Gates wouldn't be number one if you put all the Walmart money together, but they held it separately in their estate planning strategy.
They're still on the list. They're the top 100.
They're still in there. Yeah. But I just found that interesting, you know, as Bill Gates, he gets the accolades for, you know, the world's richest man. But, you know, hey, any of them in that top 100 or 250, right?
It was the 100, and Jeff, the owner of Amazon, number 3.
Oh, Bezos. Is that Bezos?
Yeah.
Bezos?
Yeah. I was like, wow.
Wow. Yeah. You think about where's everything going? You got Apple, Macintosh, you know, Mac, Facebook, you know, all these major corporations, and you think about the technologies and the trends, and man, it's interesting to kind of think about where things are going.
I was interested in the under 40 people to see, you know, who was under 40 that came along.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Right? Is he right at 40 probably?
He 30 something, I don't know.
He's one of the only billionaires that have done it in 2 separate industries as well.
And you know who else has done that in 3 separate industries is John Paul DeJoura. 3 times self-made.
Yeah, I saw him speak at Tony Robbins' Business Mastery
I would
course.
die for that. Oh, I love that.
It was really cool. It was like 2 years ago in West Palm Beach. It was really cool.
Oh.
Let's come back. Let's talk more about this entrepreneurship theme. I love that. And we'll continue with our expert contributors here in studio today. Kimberly Marie, she's a principal architectural interior designer, Arc Luxe. Josh Hubbard in the house, market manager for Palmetto Solar. And I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. Top 10 things you did not know were invented by women coming up in the show. Stay with us. Don't touch that dial. Consumer Quarterback Show. ConsumerQB.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to ConsumerQB.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, and a top listing agent in Tampa Bay. We're helping our sellers profit more on the sale of their real estate properties by featuring them live on air on our daily radio and TV show, maximizing the exposure and just adding a tremendous amount of extra value in addition to all the basic and traditional multiple listing service and marketing that most other average real estate companies employ. Got a couple of hot ones here I want to let you know about, just listed over the weekend. 1646 Sherwood Street in Clearwater. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property in Highland Pines, and it's a beautiful property here, listed at $239,000, and it is a lovely home, corner lot, and just listed with Platinum MVP Realty here in Clearwater, as well as another St. Petersburg property here. This one's 422 Park Street South, St. Petersburg. This is in the South De Vista community. It's a beautiful property in Old Pasadena, and it's basically one block north of the waterfront down there in beautiful South St. Petersburg. $339,000 for a beautifully renovated property, all new appliances, looks great, fenced-in backyard, and a great buying opportunity. Check out our website to see all of our listings at consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com. Give us a call or a text message to our hotline at 813-670-7372. We would love to hear from you. Get your comments, concerns, anything happening out there. We would love to hear from you. 813-670-7372. And we're giving a big shout out to Felicia Lacaille with Healthy Gourmet. Meal plan starting at $90 a week. Optimal fuel, optimal performance. Felicia Lacaille, Healthy Gourmet, organic veggies, natural proteins delivered fresh 3 times a week. I love it when Monday, Wednesday, Friday roll around. I got a new order of food delivered to my home or office, and it's excellent food, and it's teasing the taste buds. You never know what you're going to expect there. Felicia Lacaille, Healthy Gourmet, longtime friend of the program, and we really appreciate Felicia Lacaille and her team with Healthy Gourmet. All right, in studio today with me is Kimberly Marie Curry. She's a principal architectural interior designer with Luxe, as well as Josh Hubbard. He's the market manager with Palmetto Solar. And I love where the show's kind of going there. We're talking about entrepreneurship. We're talking about things happening out there. Kimberly, you mentioned you were reading the Forbes article. So, yeah, just really love that whole theme. As a matter of fact, it was one of my concentrations in my degree plan. It was business management with entrepreneurship concentration.
Wow, that's impressive.
I loved it.
I do. I'm always intrigued by the whole business side. But I think that, there's always a better way to do it. And I think no matter how long, like I've been in business for 19 years, I've been doing my job since 1993. And, there's always a new way. There's always something else out there. With technology coming along, I think that's better. I had mentioned in a previous show where, I have a luxury client who is, he's got an island home here in Florida. We're going to be, doing a whole demolition and transforming his home. We're not going to demo the entire thing, but we're demoing the inside. And, he lives elsewhere. So why should we not have the opportunity to get him to come in through, technology and be able to see the job site, ask him questions live and do things like that. So what could I put in place that would be solar so that he could, just in case power goes out or there's a storm, what would you have out there for him?
It's interesting that we talk about technology because there's certain technologies that are available now across the whole industry. And then there's specific technology that we have that I'd like to talk about. And it's the Palmetto Zero. Palmetto Zero, what that is basically, it goes one step above consumption monitoring. So all the newer systems, any microinverter power optimizer system that is out there, has consumption-based monitoring, which shows you how many kilowatt hours you're actually using and producing. But it only shows that number. We break it down to the circuit, the CT level. We put a CT on every single part of the breaker, and it reads what your lights are consuming in dollars and kilowatt hours, what your HVAC is doing, and it breaks it all down for you in real time. And you can run reports. What the benefit is that later on down the road, when certain appliances are going to die, it's going to let you know. It's going to give you a very fair, well advanced notice. Versus, we talked about it last time. Air conditioning dies, and it's in the middle of summer.
Yep.
The first phone call, everyone's going to be busy, and you're going to get one guy going, "Well, it's usually $5,000. Now it's $9,000."
Yep.
And you have your family sweating and just going, "Oh my God, we need to get out of this needs to get fixed." We live in Florida. This will give you an advance notice, so you don't have to deal with that kind of price gouge. And where Palmetto is shifting is more into a technology company. We are a solar company, but we also have multiple facets in property management and holdings, and then also Palmetto Capital. We're going to be a finance and involved, in technology, heavily involved in technology. So this is one of the things that we're making that step. So for your customer, putting in not just the solar system, but something that he can see all of his activity, it would be really beneficial.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
really neat.
I really do, especially like heating up the pool, getting things active when he's starting to come into town. Activating everything basically, and then bringing it down to a level where it's there's not a lot of usage.
Yep.
I like that.
So to kind of piggyback what you were saying there, Josh. So you have the technologies that can read the actual output of the lights or the HVAC, the different systems in the home, and so there's some type of a predictive algorithm, I guess, that would indicate, hey, the HVAC is using too much electricity.
We used to be able to read it on someone's electric bill. So you look at someone's electric bill and they have like a 20-year-old AC, and you can see it spiking, and you can see it spiking more and more over the years. You can say, this appliance is dying. And so instead of someone not even realizing their appliance is dying and then it dies and they get stuck, this is going to show them, because when an electrical device is in its cycle down, it starts pulling more electricity.
Right.
So you can see it pulling more and more. So say it's your HVAC for 5 years or 10 years is always doing, 700 kilowatt hours a month.
Yeah.
And that's just on average. Because your AC is about 50% of your bill in Florida. Anyway, we rely on it, obviously. And then all of a sudden it starts doing 850, 900, 950, 1,000. You know that those motors are dying. Now, there's some maintenance that you can do to bring that back, but eventually at some point it's going to die. I mean, we run into it all the time. People are like, why is my electric bill so high? I'm like, well, how old is your air conditioner? Like, 21 years old. I'm like, well, that's probably the problem.
That's great that you can predict that.
Yep.
That's
but
really
I think
cool.
it also resonates with homeowners need to understand that maintenance is extremely important on their homes all the time, every 3 months and every month. Every month doing minor things, every 3 months a little bit more major, and then once a year. If you're not doing that, or if you don't know, there's people research all the time. They research price, they research product, they research what other consumers think about the product. But what I haven't seen people research is, how long does my water heater last? How many years is that? Those are important points in the life of their products that are in their home. People buy a home all the time. They'll buy a home from Brandon. They'll have a new home built, but it's not going to maintain itself. It has to be maintained by the people who are living there.
We used to tell people it's like a car. Would you not change the oil in your car for 3 years?
Some people don't.
I know. And then their engines just,
Then they don't know why.
Right. But the same thing. It's the same exact thing in a home. And we do that whole Prius charger thing. What would be better?
It's like a reminder. It's like, hey, look, this is happening.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's continue this in the next segment. We're going to talk more about entrepreneurship. We're talking about solar. We're talking about ways that you can extend the appliances in your home, save money. We're talking about interior design, lots of different ways to help you as a listener out there, a viewer of our TV show. But we want to engage you at our hotline is 813-670-7372. Give us a call or a text at 813-670-7372. And just shoot a text message. Let us know how we can help you. And we're giving a big shout out to the Maids Cleaning Service. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. 24-hour, 100% satisfaction guaranteed by the Maids Cleaning Service. They are referred for a reason. And we'll see you on the other side.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, and helping you win in any marketplace. That's the goal of our show here. And it's giving a shout out to Brio Tuscan Grill, International Plaza in Tampa, located at 2223 North West Shore Boulevard in Tampa. Brio Tuscan Grill is located off of Bay Street next to the Renaissance Tampa Hotel, International Plaza. And at Brio Tuscan Grill and International Plaza, you will discover an Italian menu, drinks, and a cozy atmosphere, bringing the pleasures of the Tuscan country villa to Tampa. And we invite you to make your reservation. And we love Brio. They're our official restaurant partner here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we have a great lunch over there after we do our show here. And so if you're interested in joining us for an on-air segment, we'd love to invite any business owners, managers out there that are interested in their show or in our show and growing their business. We'd love to talk to you about it and see if it makes a good fit for our show. So reach out to our consumer advocate hotline, 813-670-7372. Our hotline, you can give a call or a text looking for business owners that might be interested in appearing on our show at 813-670-7372. Call or text that number. It's 813-670-REQB. And got a couple of hot listings I want to let you know about here. And 5208 East Longboat Boulevard in Tampa. This is in the Bayside West, kind of that town and country area of Tampa. 5 bedrooms, 3 and 1/2 bath, $846,000, just reduced as well. Price just reduced. And bring your boat to this magnificent Mediterranean waterfront home. $846,000 listing, over 4,161 square feet here at 5208 East Longboat Boulevard in Tampa. We would love to hear from you about that. Or we have another property out in East County here with Platinum. It's 7814 Sims Road in Gibsonton. And this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath property, completely remodeled, beautiful property here. And it also has an income property built in next door with a commercial asset that's rented out to a mechanic shop. So you've got $2,000 of income being generated on this property at 7814 Sims Road in Gibsonton. Another beautiful buying opportunity here in sunny Tampa Bay. All right. In studio with me today, Kimberly Marie. She's principal architectural interior designer, Luxe, as well as Josh Hubbard. He's market manager with Palmetto Solar. And on the phones, we've got Paul Romero. He's the director of sales and marketing from the Hotel Zamora. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Good, Brandon. How are you?
Excellent. Things are
How's
well.
the new studio?
Studio's awesome, man. We're having a great time over here and helping the consumers out there understand things happening in Tampa Bay.
Love it.
Yes, sir. What's happening on your side of the bridge?
Same old, just here in beautiful St. Pete Beach at the Kempton Hotel Zamora. Just a few specials that we're doing in our 360 rooftop. I'm not sure if you heard, every Thursdays now is going to be Sunset Karaoke. That's going to be 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Thursday. $4 select beer, $6 liquid courage, and they'll also have an all-American barbecue from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You might even see Paul James up there doing some karaoke.
All right. I heard he's got a great voice.
Yeah, he's got that little Sinatra thing going on.
Okay.
And then every Sunday we're doing Sin Sundays, and that's every Sunday from 3 p.m. to close, and that's half off all drinks, and all-American barbecue from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. So it's we got a lot going on, Brandon.
Got the service industry folks coming in there on Sundays, huh? Hanging out by the pool?
Yep, getting the sunset in and just really enjoying their time. We got some great DJs who come out every Thursday and Sunday to DJ Don Pablo. He's a great guy, and he really gets the party going on the rooftop as well as on the pool.
Yeah, I heard him last time. He did a really good job, man.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And then, pretty much business as usual here. Have a lot of corporate meetings in-house. So if anybody has any corporate needs for meetings, give me a call. We can set you up right here on the beach. Nothing better than having a meeting inside and then being able to go outside and have a cocktail right on the staring at the Gulf of Mexico. Not too much better.
That's right, man. They got the rooftop there, the 360 rooftop lounge. take in those beautiful sunsets. You've got the new designed menu as well in the restaurant there.
Yeah, you had the lobster hoagie last time you were here. How great is that?
That's right, man. That lobster hoagie was for real. That was the Castile restaurant. Shouts out to Chef Nick. Does a fantastic job.
Yeah, the new menu is wonderful. We also, I don't know, I'm sure Paul's told you, we have the new Wagyu burger. It's a big hit here. So you have the Wagyu beef, and there's no better beef in the world. So those burgers are pretty mouth-watering as well.
That's right. Yeah, I hear good things about that.
Yeah, the only place on the beach is I think maybe in St. Petersburg to be serving Wagyu burgers. So
Nice.
We're very excited about that. Everybody seems to be loving it.
Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome, man. And then, it's just a great, if you're local here, if you're in the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Bradenton down to Venice, our signal goes all the way down to Fort Myers, Naples. So if you're listening to this show and you want a nice little staycation on the beautiful Gulf Coast of Florida here, the Hotel Zamora offers a discount as well, 10 to 15%, just depending on the room stay and the room rates to all of our listeners and viewers of our TV show. So we'd love for you to take Paul up on that. Paul Romero, he's the director of sales. He's on the phone with us right now on the Consumer Quarterback Show. So, what else are you seeing over there?
It's just it's very busy. This summer in St. Pete Beach, it doesn't get much better. So our July 4th was off the chain, fireworks from the rooftop. So that was pretty spectacular. And we're just gearing up for the rest of the summer. We have a cool area here where say somebody wants to enjoy jet skis or wave runners. We can have the jet skis and wave runners brought right up to the docks here at our hotel. You don't even have to get in your car and move. So
Nice.
That's a beautiful aspect of the property. Also, with some of the corporate events that I have in-house, a lot of them are doing dinner cruises. So right when they're done with the meeting, they go up to the room, get changed, have a bite, have a drink, and then they just hop on down our dock. They get on their dinner cruise and enjoy that, come back for nightcap, and it's done like dinner.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Going around on the bikes, too. You got the beautiful beach cruisers. Take those around for a little cruise down to Paso Grill. Go to the beach for the day.
Absolutely. We have the bicycles, and we also have the kayaks that are included in the resort fee. So those are anybody can come use them. They're great, especially on the intercoastal. The kayaks, people really tend to enjoy those. So, head over to Kimpton Hotel Zamora for some relaxation, some activities. If you want to hop on those bicycles or kayaks, and we'll take care of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah. So the summertime, does it slow down a little bit towards the end of the summer, or when's your peak season? That's more in the when the weather starts turning, right?
Right. The peak season here is usually January, February, March, April. So you can probably get some good deals. If you especially if you use the quarterback consumer code, you've got a great deal here. It's 20% off. So I suggest any listeners use that code, or you can always reach out to me. My phone's always open. Once again, I'm Paul Romero. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing here. I'm here to help any listeners of this show. Just give me a call, and we'll make sure to take care of you.
Yeah, and all of our expert contributors are listed on our website at consumerqb.com. Just click on the Expert Contributors tab. You'll see Paul Romero, Director of Sales and Marketing. You'll see Havella's contact information and email right there on our website at consumerqb.com. And Paul, thanks so much, man. We appreciate everything you guys are doing. And
likewise.
Keep
Thank you
rocking
very
over
much.
there.
Have a wonderful day, and congratulations. The new studio looks great. I'm watching it on Facebook as we speak.
Awesome. Thank you very much. That sounds
Have
good.
a great one.
All right, buddy. You too, man. Bye-bye. All right, so that's Paul Romero. He's the Director of Sales and Marketing, the Hotel Zamora, our official hotel partner on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And all of our real estate friends go in there, and radio show partners go down there and hang out and have a great time down at the Hotel Zamora. Lots of great feedback from our folks that we send that way. So we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes, and in studio today we've got Kimberly Marie. She's a principal architectural interior designer with Luxe, as well as Josh Hubbard. He's the market manager for Palmetto Solar. So let's dive deeper into these different ideas. We're talking about solar technologies. We're talking about ways that consumers can understand how they can access the sun's what's that term? Photovoltaic energies.
That's a technical term that people butcher, and in the industry they butcher, so it's okay. Yeah. It's not a big deal. that actually means taking a picture of the sun. That when you break it down. Yeah. So and harvesting that energy. We like our mission is to show people the best product with the best warranty for the best price, hands down. And that's really our our mission is to just keep putting as much solar as we can across the country.
Yeah.
By Q2 next year, we're going to be in 17 states.
Nice.
So yeah, that's going to be our goal. We're in 6 right now, so it's a very, very hardy goal, but we're definitely going to do it. Our CEO Chris, he's a great guy. We talked about him before. He's all about culture and his people.
Yep.
And he makes it feel like we all have a piece of this, because we do. So we're just really excited. If anyone wants more information, if you go to palmetto.com. It's very nice website. It's interactive. We'll answer a lot of questions. There's an FAQ section, and all about the company and the top leaders and stuff like that. So we encourage you to go there, and you can set up a free quote. You can have one of our energy specialists come out and meet with anyone, answer all their questions and get them a customized quote for their house.
Nice. Yeah. When we come back, let's talk about what that actual appointment would look like. If someone sits down, a homeowner says, hey, here's what I want to do. I'm considering this. Let's walk through the steps of that process. And then we'll also dial in with more with Kimberly Marie as well. Talk about some architectural interior design themes, what she sees hot, what's happening out there, and let you know about things happening in the marketplace. Also, find out how a Wisconsin bus driver is putting smiles on children's faces before they get to school in our Tell Me Something Good segment. Stay with us. Don't touch that dial. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. Listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, and giving a shout out to Michael Lysenko. He's our safe money coach. If you're looking at investments in the stock markets and insurances, different types of safe money opportunities, we want you reaching out to Michael Lysenko, longtime friend of the program. And Michael Lysenko, 8325 West Hillsborough Avenue, Safe Money Solutions with Michael Lysenko. You want to reach out to him and find out, what do you have in your policy? What do you have in your retirement plan? And that way you can at least get a review. I would highly recommend getting a review from Mike Lysenko. He's going to be able to help you out, understand what you're actually holding. And the other big part is, what are the fees that you're paying in your retirement plan? So reach out to Michael, let him go through that with you, and at least get a review. Get a second look. It doesn't hurt to have a second look on that. And a couple of hot listings here from Platinum MVP Realty. 6131 Bridleford Drive in Wesley Chapel. This is a vacant lot, 3.8 acres, and you can build your own home there, build your dream home in the Wesley Chapel area. Saddle Ridge Estates, 6131 Bridleford Drive, Wesley Chapel, that is. Gated community, beautiful property there. So reach out to the consumer hotline and we'll help you with that as well. Got a beautiful St. Petersburg property here. This is a $1.29 million listing with Platinum MVP Realty, and it's under construction. It's pre-construction, and it's a great opportunity to design your own style of a home. So the builder is being built right now, but you can come in and put the final touches on it and make it yours at 215 12th Avenue Northeast, St. Petersburg. It's 215 12th Avenue Northeast, St. Pete. 4 bedrooms, 5 bath, $1.29 million. And this is going to be completed by September 1st is the delivery date. So we'd love to hear you. Have you reach out to us at 813-670-7372. Give us a call or a text. Anything that you heard today on the show. We're talking a lot today about solar technologies. We're talking about architectural, interior design, and ways that you can save money through your electrical bills and actually predict if your appliances or HVAC systems are going to be going out anytime soon. So before the break, we were talking with Josh Hubbard here. We were talking about now, when somebody does call you up, they say, hey, Josh, I want to sit down, Palmetto Solar. I've heard a lot of good things about you. I want to sit down and go through a consultation. Can you just outline kind of what that process looks like?
Yeah, so Kimberly was going to kind of mock up one of her customers.
Yeah, so this client has, two different clients. So one of them has a terracotta roof. Mm-hmm. And so, it's been since the 70s, and there's going to be eventually, we're going to add on to this, and, how would we propose this to the client, and how would we, bring it, to where it would be something that they would want to add to this project that's already going on?
So terracotta is probably the toughest installation, mm-hmm. and only a super solar professional should tackle it. I'm not saying we're the only company, but you have to know what you're doing, because there's flashing that's involved. There's different attachments that actually go into the terracotta. You have to use rubber boots for all of the workers, or you should anyway, so you don't crack as many tiles.
That happens so often.
Yeah. We did an install just recently, and we installed 42 solar panels on a terracotta roof, and we only broke 3 tiles. And so the homeowner had all these tiles saying, hey, I know you're going to break tiles. Here you go. And she came out. She's like, did you replace the tiles? Like, yeah, we broke 3. And she couldn't believe it. She's like, you did an invasive install, and it was only 3 tiles broken. So that's the kind of care that we would take. And we would prep the customer saying, this may happen, but this is the process. This is how it goes. So from engineering to pulling the permits, and getting all the equipment laid out and where the panels are going to go on the roof, we would show the customer a design, and they would approve the design, and then we would obviously set an installation date and do everything up to code, and make sure that everything's.
So you guys would pull the permits under the general contractor that I already have?
No, it'd be under us, because we install, so that kind of sets us apart.
That's good.
A lot of solar companies in not just Florida, but in the United States, sub out all their work. We do not. So when you see the permit, it's under Palmetto Solar. And you see the trucks that come out, they are Palmetto Solar. So there is no subcontracting of any nature whatsoever. That gives us a lot of control and helps us deliver the customer everything that we promised.
That's nice. I like that. Now, on the flip side, a client that does not have that, let's say that there's a brand new build, that's coming up, and maybe they're not in foundation yet, but how would we propose? What would you need to see? You would need to see their house plans. You would need to find out what they're going to be attaching this to, or does this attach to the whole house, or can you zone it out in certain areas?
We would need to see plans and energy calcs.
Okay.
So we need to see kind of what all the appliances. That's what the energy calcs would let us know how to size the system, so we can get them as close to net zero as possible. What we would probably do in that situation is undersize the system just a little bit, and we can add 1 to 2 or 3 more panels after we see their consumption for 12 months. We can probably do it a little sooner because we have that proprietary software coming back to that Palmetto Zero that they can see exactly what they're using and where the holes will be. But that's what we like to do in new construction, because we don't know exactly how they're going to have energy calcs. They're not set. I mean, that's not perfect. It's a good indicator, but it's not set in stone of what they're going to use.
So the nice thing about it is that because you can do new construction and existing construction, the clients that may not want to put that into their budget in a new construction could actually call you later on a year down the road, and at any point basically, and bring you in to do this.
80 to 90% of our installs are retrofit.
Yeah.
So, that's usually it's after the house is built, but
a nice add-on. And the other idea I like is the generators as well. If that's something, is that something you guys get into at all, or?
We don't get into generators. It may be in the future because we are expanding all the products that we do sell, but we want to be proficient in every product that we sell.
Yeah.
Every single one. So we want to make sure that if we offer it, we're the best. And so that's our main goal.
Let's jump into our Tell Me Something Good.
Tell me something good.
All right, so we're going to tell you something good here. We're mixing it up. We're telling you something good. So find out how a Wisconsin bus driver is putting smiles on children's faces before they get to school. They're telling me something good. So driver makes every kid on her route feel special, hand making each toy. So this is a dedicated driver. 43-year-old Trudy Cerise is a bus driver in Summit Elementary School in Wisconsin, and it's her second job. So she's quoted as saying, "She is the best." One of her students told the ABC News she can control them. She is their second mom when they're on the bus. She's just amazing, and she's very loving and caring. So she started her labor of love when her 10-year-old son requested a knitted replica of a taco, his favorite food, which she stitched up a little masterpiece, her son showing it off to all the kids. So the story reads that she found from parents that to take some of them to bed, which go to church with them. Says Saria, some of them had to go on vacation with them. It makes my heart melt that these little items mean so much to these beautiful children. So there's your feel-good story of the week.
That is.
So,
That's cool.
yeah, fun stuff. And then we also have the top 5 things you didn't know were invented by women. So top 5, in the top 5, the storyboard Monopoly game was listed as there. So interesting. Elizabeth McGee is the inventor of that. So number 5 is the dishwasher. So it says Josephine Cochran led an ordinary and prosperous life. Her husband was a successful businessman, but nothing to do except their heirloom of china. And one day her servant broke a few dishes while washing them. And the story goes on to read how she went to create the dishwasher. All right, so number 5. So number 4 is windshield wipers, created by women. So early actively used street cars were difficult to drive in safety, but she invented mechanical windshield wipers and received a patent in 1903. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Number 3, you'll like this one, Josh, the solar house. In 1950, Maria Telkis, a researcher, and Eleanor Raymond, an architect, presented their idea to the Dover House, which was completely heated by the sun. A similar house had been built a few years earlier. It was heated only during sunny days. So interesting. So there's the Dover House was an innovative house. All right, number 2, the circular saw. Everybody that took wood shop can give shouts out and thanks to, in the early 1800s, Tabitha Babbitt, who was a member of the religious community of Shakers, noticed that the pit saws were used in the community to cut wood, were not effective, so she created that one. And number 1 says Kevlar. So in the 1960s, famous chemist and pioneer for women in space, Stephanie Klebowski, tough to pronounce name there, invented a lightweight but extremely strong substance named Kevlar. It was an unexpected story, improvements in car tires and protective clothing equipment, sports equipment, etc. So shout out to all the women in history that created and innovated. So that's pretty cool. There's our top 5. All right, we got a real quick minute left. Top tips, things to do, things to avoid, Kimberly.
Oh, things to do. Just to make sure you change your filters in your AC. A lot of ACs are running super hard now, and change your filters out. And if you have to buy the lesser expensive one, change them every month. Don't wait 3 months.
Change them fast.
Must.
Josh?
Vet your contractors. I sound like a broken record. But
vet the contractors.
Vet your contractors. Everyone that's doing work in your home, you're married to them.
Yeah, that's right. And depending on how long that project takes, you're going to be sitting there and you're going to be looking for answers, and you got to make sure you do the proper vetting. Thanks so much. I want to thank Kimberly Marie and Josh Hubbard for coming on the show, all of our team behind the scenes as well. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness, something as simple as packing up leftover food you may have, carrying it with you to and from your commute to work, handing it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.